How's it going, guys? Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. Today we're bringing a very special episode of Boom Beach. I'm going to be upgrading to headquarters level 19 and I want to show you how I go about doing it. So of course I've gone quite gung-ho on all my boosts on the masterpieces and guardians and all that. I have cleared out Dr. Terra stages 1 to 6 on the tropical island. So that's how I've got my resources so far, with about 130% boost, I think it is. Everything will be down in the description though as well. So we need a lot more resources for headquarters level 19. Unfortunately, I'm not level experience 46 just yet. We're oh so painfully close with just 1 experience point off. So we are upgrading a cheap mortar at the moment. We'll get that. So what I really need for headquarters 19 is a lot of stone. Stone seems to be the resource that I run out of the most at this stage in the game. So I don't have, unfortunately, any in this victory point reward daily boat. But in our operation reward, we've got 472,000 stone. So I've saved that up. That's going to be a great deal of help. I've also gone ahead and sunken, or at least sent a submarine out to get 390,000 stone. But I don't really need this stone at all today, to be honest. I'm probably going to save that for my armory upgrade. So it's always important to go ahead and save up as much of the resource that you think you're going to run out of as soon as you can. So now that we've gotten pretty much all of Dr. Terra out of the way, apart from the last stage, we can start taking on or clearing out my map. So first guy that we have is Xiao. Look at all those resources that he's got, and that's just unboosted without the resource rewards. So it's going to be about 450,000 stone or so when we defeat him. So let's go scout him out, and of course we are going to defeat him because, well, there's just no other option really. He does have 2 defensive statues, both a masterpiece building health and building damage, so his buildings are going to pack quite the punch. He's just hit level 20 years old with a learning craft level 5 as well, but his headquarters, 179,000 health. Should be fairly easy to take down though, about the strength of a Terra stage 5, I'd say. So let's go ahead and check this out. It'll give us 484,000 stone in total. Ay caramba. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke the beach, double smoke it, but in a way that it should cover most of my troops, and I'm going to go ahead and flare them onto the wood factory or the sawmill. So all of our guys make it out alive. I don't clear out any mines or anything of the sort, but I will do that right now as I send my guys in onto this bunker. Go ahead and smoke our way to the headquarters, and once our guys get there, I'll send in a heal. Alright, we haven't lost anyone yet. A lot of health has been lost though. Now go ahead and get ready with 2 of my shocks. Actually, we might even be able to send in 3, but unfortunately we're not able to do so. We're about halfway through, full way through, and we'll destroy it with fairly minimal losses. I mean, I'm definitely willing to go ahead and sacrifice all my warriors for this amount of loot though, to be honest. But that's, I guess, pretty much as hard as we are going to get, because what level was he? It was like level 50 or so. So I am only level 45, and I'm taking on bases, let's see, 51. Pretty much all of them are level 50, 51. This guy's 46 though. I've saved all my bases up for about a week. As you can see, I can re-roll all of these bases as well. Find new opponents for all of them, but I went ahead and saved up the bases with really, really good resources, so we can go ahead and push through to headquarters 19. I think that's the most important aspect of the game. Now as well, with my resource reward boosts, it's going to be crazy the amount of help that we end up getting with the extra resources. So we're back taking on another base. Now, important thing to keep in mind is that these boosts only last for 3 hours each, so that means at least the attacking ones. So I'm going to have to clear out my whole map within that time limit. Now for me, it's rather pointless just to go about sitting waiting for all my landing craft to actually load up. You can actually attack with, say, I've got 49 max warriors, so with 46 or so warriors, it's not really going to make all that much of a difference. So for efficiency's sake, and so we can destroy everything on our map apart from the resource bases, within 3 hours, we're going to go ahead and attack with about 46 warriors. So let's go find this Chinese player. He's got a lot of loot, obviously, so we've been saving him up. A lot of stone in particular. He has a couple of defensive statues, though. None of them are boosted, thankfully. He's also seemingly very aggressive, though, because a lot of his flamethrowers are fairly low level. A lot of things are fairly low level. So, things to worry about. We've got 2 shock launchers because his headquarters level 20. 170,000 health. But this shock launcher is level 4. This one's level 1. Although, this shock launcher level 4 seems like it's around rather weaker defensive buildings. Whereas this one on the right hand side, although it's level 1, it's got the machine gun right next to the headquarters. And it's also got a couple of cannons and sniper towers around it. So we're going to go ahead and shock there on this shock launcher. And also get rid of this shock blaster level 3. Because that can definitely pack quite the punch. We're going to send in a barrage right onto the shock launcher down below. And we won't be able to destroy it. At least I don't think we will be able to. Barrage is about 14,000 health. The shock launcher has about 10,000 health. So we got close, but of course barrages don't shoot all in the one place. So what I'm going to do is just send all my guys right in. Wait until they bunch up onto that place where we dropped them. And go ahead and just smoke all the way to the headquarters. And then flare them there once they're able to get flared. Or once they get to the mortar and then flare them. So now we go ahead and get ready for our shocks. Right now. And we can even shock 4 times. Throw in a heal there as well. Shocking 4 times is definitely quite overkill. But minimizes the losses to say the least. Even had enough for an artillery shell if so needed, but we didn't really need it. And oh, look at that. So another reason why I'm showing you guys me destroying and clearing my whole map out is because I've boosted my power stone chance. And look at that, we already get a crystal. An ice one at that, which I'm saving up actually. So I get lots and lots of loot with only 9 warriors lost. Can't complain about it. Alright, now we've got most of our warriors back and we are going to take a look at this forever guy. Now he's of course got a lot of loot. Love that massive amount of loot that we've got. Now these types of bases you've got to be very wary about because they've got mangroves growing about. They haven't really taken care. They haven't shaved their bush, so to speak, as we say in the land of Clash of Clans. But they might have some of their statues hidden around here, which can get rather tricky by them. Or cheeky, but if you just go ahead and tap on any one of their buildings, you'll be able to tell if they have any defensive statues. Thankfully this guy doesn't, so it should be pretty easy pickings. Another thing that you do need to watch out for are where especially when you're using your warriors, where the machine guns are placed, because if the machine guns are say where this flamethrower is, that's pretty dangerous because machine guns do a lot more damage the closer they are to the enemy that they're attacking. That doesn't really work the same with flamethrowers, at least not to my knowledge. So this guy should be fairly easy to take down. Let's go ahead and hope for the best. And, well, we don't really need to hope. We know how this is going to end up. So let's go ahead and I'm going to clear a path out for my warriors. I'm just going to send in a barrage right in over here and hopefully clear most of these mines out and destroy some buildings. Oh, damn, that was close to that sniper tower. But that's alright. I'll keep it. So you might have noticed as well that all of these buildings or bases that I'm destroying are level 20 headquarters. They're so far advanced ahead of me. Now, one of the most common problems that people have with this game is just how advanced other bases are in comparison to them. Now, I should be living proof that it really doesn't matter, generally speaking, how far advanced everyone else is. If you've got good boosts, of course I'm boosting to the gills today, but you don't even really need all that good boost to go ahead and take these types of bases down. As you can see, I take them down super quickly with minimal losses. I suffer a lot more losses without the boost, but it's still very much possible. The best way I'd recommend to play this game though, look at all that loot though, damn, is to max out one strategy. Of course, I'd say that warriors are the best, but whatever you choose, whether heavy Zuka or tanks, medics, go ahead and maximize the levels of your strategy that you've chosen as much as you possibly can. So I have my Armory upgraded to level 18, I think it is. So my warriors only go up to level 16. I've maxed them out. And as soon as I've maxed my warriors out, I max all of these ancillary gunboat upgrades. So shock's the most important one. Then probably the barrage. Then I'd say the med kit, which is level 18. So I think it goes up to level 20. Then like smoke and flare. They're all very high upgrades. So I definitely recommend focusing on one troop or two troops, depending on what strategy you choose, and then going with the gunboat abilities. Let's go ahead and get... Oh, wow. We only lost 3 guys there. Jeez, that was very good. So let's go ahead and continue on. Check out what else we've got. Someone with a good amount of loot. I projected that I would have to clear my whole map out to actually just make enough to upgrade my headquarters, but that's evidently not going to be the case. Let's just check out for someone with a lot of stone. These guys don't. I'm probably going to roll a new guy for this one. I don't know why I kept him here. Maybe he was hard to... Maybe I just scouted him out. Like I just had him on my base pop up. This guy's pretty bad as well. So we'll give him a skip for now. We'll have a look. Find someone a little bit better. Here we go. Let's check out Min Vrong. Of Wong. However you pronounce that Vietnamese base. Oh, very creative love heart base. Also quite the challenge, I must say. I don't really know how I'm going to go about this because it's definitely a bit of a troll base. It's meant to be tricky. Now, I am going to suffer some losses. 140,000 health on the headquarters, so it means he's level 20. I think I'm going to go around the right-hand side and just then move on to the headquarters. So we're going to use up quite a bit of smokes, but it should be good. So let's go and attack. Going to have to clear out some of these mines out, though. Boom mines, that is. So we'll clear 3 of them out. That points to the arrow of Cupid's heart. And I think that's where he got the base idea from that Cupid base design. I'm going to go ahead and flare my guys out over here with 3 smokes. Alright. I'll send them in over to... Yeah, we'll send them over to this stone. And then we'll flare them onto the headquarters and smoke them there. Now this base design is definitely very, very tricky. I'm going to throw in a heal as soon as I can. And where does this guy have his shock launchers? Okay, I found him. So I'm going to go for the shock launchers right now. And then just heal my guys up. Now we're going to suffer some losses through all these cannons, but we did fairly well there, I must say. Not too many losses. A very creative base design. Not so much practical. And also a nice amount of loot, as always. So 4 guys there. Of course, a very tricky base to get around, but I can't complain about that. Now, I might even go ahead and just continue on attacking these bases live right over here for you guys. There we go. This guy seems like he's good. He's all 51, so he'll be definitely tough cookie. Oh, and he's... Well, he hasn't stolen the base design, but this is a similar base design to those top guys out there in the Boom Beach. So I'll give that guy a skip for now. This guy's got a lot of iron, so let's go give him a shot. All right. Seems like he'll be fairly easy to take down. Let's just check out. Ooh, lots of health on that headquarters, but even with our minimal troops, I'll give him a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of that mine there. Send in a barrage over here just to get rid of more of those mines. Alright, and send in a couple of artillery shells just to clear all of that out. Alright, should I send in another barrage or not? Because look at that, he's got his machine guns right next to the headquarters, which is what I would recommend. Particularly if you're trying to protect yourself against warriors. But I'll let him go for now. Wait until we get in range of the defenses and then start smoking our guys. I'm going to flare our guys onto the sniper tower and then onto the headquarters. Heal our guys up because they did lose a bit of health. Get ready to shock the shock launchers. And I'm just going to throw as many heals as I possibly can on my warriors. We're going to lose quite a few guys. I'm going to have to send in a artillery shell there as well. Alright, we did lose a fair few guys. Of course, we didn't attack with our full army. But I can't complain about that. We did fairly well there. We're going to have to cook our guys back up. But nice amount of iron. 219,000 with an intel piece as well. Also, we're collecting lots of these crystal fragments and shards. Alright, so the next guy on our radar is Brian at level 50, of course. Lots of loot, as we'd expect. Now, he has a level 20 headquarters with 140,000 health, so that means no ice statues for building health. He does have building damage boosted. He's also got 2 shock launchers, which is the benefit of being level 20 headquarters. And he's got a lot of mines straight down the gut, so that means we're going to have to employ a different strategy unless we want to use a lot of gunboat energy on barrages to clear out the path. Seems like the right hand side is also quite busy with mines, so we're going to choose the left hand side. Now, I could go ahead and barrage maybe this shock launcher and out over here right when we drop our guys off, and that would possibly destroy this shock launcher and a couple of these buildings. But I think I'll be able to go ahead and shock this shock blaster, this shock launcher in one shock, and then we'll be able to also use about 2 more shocks just on the buildings around here to help us also stop some of these defenses. So we should be alright. Now, what I'm going to do is, of course, attack, and I think, yeah, we are missing one guy, but that's alright. Now, we're going to drop over here on the left hand side like we said, and we will go ahead and double smoke the beach. Go ahead and drop all our guys, and I'll go ahead and flare straight onto that sniper tower. Hopefully, oh, unfortunately we did go crash right into the what was it, the boom mine. As soon as our guys get near where we want them to be, go ahead and flare them onto the headquarters, and also go ahead and, well, flare him, shock him there, and smoke him there, sorry. Go ahead and get ready. Actually, that top shock wasn't really the best though, was it? But because there already is a building there that's building, or defensive building that's not actually being utilized, but I needed to get that second shock launcher, and really not all too many losses, 12 in total, but for that we get a lot of that loot that we oh so desperately need. We also get a lollipop piece, which will help us out a lot. Now, we have enough wood to actually upgrade our headquarters. 33,000 more stone is needed, and I think it's, let me just quickly check, it is 1.97, so 100,000 more iron that I need for us to be able to upgrade our headquarters. So one more attack and we'll be able to get there. And now, if my calculations are correct, this will be the very final base that I actually need to attack to reach headquarters level 19. So let's go have a look at it, and it seems like it's going to be very, very simple to actually go ahead and attack. No real smokes to actually get to the headquarters until we get pretty much right at the headquarters. And there's only one shock launcher which is within range of the headquarters. Headquarters 180,000 health though, but it should be pretty easy pickings. Now, I'm not even going to go ahead and destroy any of these mines. I'm just going to go ahead and drop all my warriors straight onto there, and also go ahead and flare them onto a cannon. And as soon as we start getting near, start smoking a little bit more. Go ahead and smoke to the headquarters and also flare our guys there. And we've only, well, we're only missing 3 people. I think I already started missing some people. Go ahead and get our shocks ready. Go ahead and just throw the rest of my heals, however many I can throw down, and I even chuck an artillery, but it doesn't even have time to get there. Our warriors destroy it so quickly, but that should be it for headquarters level 19. Let's go have a look. Also get some nice magma fragments. Lose 9 warriors though. I might even have enough to go ahead and upgrade my armory if I destroy Terra Stage 7 and keep on clearing out my map. We'll have to go ahead and calculate that, so I'll do that in my own time. But here we go. Indeed, I was correct. Let's go ahead and upgrade our headquarters to level 19. Jeez, it takes a day and 20 hours, so that means I'm going to be spending a lot of diamonds. So let's go ahead and do that. Jeez, it's definitely a lot. Here we go. Launch these robot troops to distract and destroy enemy buildings. Yay. Alright, so thankfully I actually really needed, I think, critters for Terra Stage level 7 today, because it's very, very difficult without critters. So hopefully that'll help us out. But let's go ahead and... So now we're back after I pretty much cleared out the whole map. I didn't want to include every single base that I raided, because otherwise this video would be about an hour long, and mobile game videos definitely seem to do well when they're shorter. So what I did is I pretty much cleared out my whole map. There's a couple of new bases because it's already been a couple of hours since I last cleared out. 7 hours now since I cleared out my map. There has only been one base which I didn't clear out. That was pretty much due to the fact that the guy had a heck of a lot of ice statues and I was running out of my 3-hour boosts. So I could have easily taken him down, but I would have lost quite a few of my warriors. Now he's got some building health. Where are his ice statues? They're hidden away, aren't they? Oh no, they're not. They're over here, sorry. So he's got a couple of masterpieces with building health and building damage, and then a lot of guardians as well. So I definitely didn't want to lose too many of my warriors, and I would have much rather have taken on Terra Stage 7, which I also managed to take down. And it's also important if you do have, especially when you're rather high level, like around when you're getting to headquarters 19, to save up your resource bases, because this one had about 60,000 resources when you captured it. So I of course saved that up for a moment like this, and I went ahead and attacked that pretty simply, just using a double smoke on the beach and then smoking our way to the outpost. There's not a headquarters, it's an outpost, and we destroyed that pretty easy. I think it only had about 135,000 health. So that went down pretty simply, no real problems there. And I ran out of pretty much time for my boosts, and what I upgraded was of course my headquarters, and I sped that up. Then I had enough actually wood, not enough stone or not enough iron, but close enough. It was only like 200 or so gems, or diamonds, which is still a fair bit, but I decided to spend them on the armory, and then I hurried the armory up, and of course I had about 6 million gold, so I also hurried up my warriors to level 17, and that's where we left off. Now I'm just upgrading my Zookas, which are at very low level, I think level 9 at the moment, and that is pretty much how I go about the major upgrades. So headquarters level 19, down the drain now. We have managed to get there, and we've played for about 3.5 hours today, so the 26-minute timer is on, and after that hits we can get attacked even if we're online. So the game, if you're online for 4 hours, you can't actually get attacked during the time that you're online for 4 hours. If you're on for more than 4 hours, then you can get kicked out of the game and someone can attack you. So that's going to be that for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed something a little bit different. Decided to record a little bit after I decided to pretty much raid everyone. There's 2 new player bases up around here and quite a few new NPC bases, but other than that we pretty much cleared out our whole map pretty simply, and we are starting to get some bases back for our next couple of upgrades.